Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? RC Pilots Lounge, Thursday edition. Fred was on earlier. Nice to see everybody there. Where's Kenny? That's the question. Hopefully I'm not on top of anybody. But look, we got the brand new Eflite 1.2 T28 retracts and flaps. It's got some exciting new tech on board and a new paint scheme. What do you guys think about it? Do a little roll call here in a minute. We got 35 folks, it looks like. That's pretty cool. Wild Bill, EQ, Johnson 74th, Boss 223, One Vision Aerial, Jeff in Lower Alabama, Slap Nuts, DJ M, Fliza Max, EQ, Jeff in Lower Alabama, Mike Kennedy, Jet Tech Don, Victor RC Jets, Eddie K, Just Enough RC, Michael Sherman, what's happening? We got Vanquish, Sherman. BC Flyer, Frankie RC Planes. Let's get into it. We were supposed to be on the road today, but we didn't get out of town before the snowpocalypse. I need a knife, bro. Pull it out. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm so glad this one came back, and I kind of always thought it would. What's up, Paul? Larry? Fred, man, thanks for doing the stream. I hope I didn't pinch you off early. Oh, yeah. Nice. Let's get it out of here, shall we? Paul Neal, what's happening? I think if you open the back end, it's easier. Suction's not as bad. This particular 1.2 hasn't been available for a while, but this is a good one. And anybody had experience with the first one will be glad to see this one again. Yeah, Jeff. We're working on it, Jude. Oh. Pre-installed servos, flaps, ailerons, landing gear, pre-installed strut covers. I like that. This will be nothing to put together. Elevator halves. You can see the reinforcement there on the bottom. Oh. What's up, Dean? Nice propeller situation. Yeah, I'm definitely glad to see this one again. Servo leads. Spar action. Sergio, what's going on? Yeah, I like the tail flash and the little bit of nose art going on. And here we go, last but not least, Fuselage. I mean, this is like a mini Carbon Z. I mean, it looks really good. We're gonna build it. Let's see. Let's show you the fuse up close. Nice. AR631. Now the early version didn't have the, it definitely didn't have smart, and it didn't have safe. Does anybody remember if it had AS3X or it was just...
It had AS3X.
Did it have AS3X?
Yeah, it had 636 in it.
Okay. Well, it definitely didn't have safe. And now it does. There's that fin flash. Look at that. Panel lines, rivet detail, you know. Brass threaded inserts here at the wing saddle. Plenty of room to run the wires up, and that's what it's like. It's still like that. You're going to have to do servo leads. Nose gear. Let's check that out together. Metal trunnion retract. Looks like a pretty beefy steering tiller and even wire gauge. It looks pretty good. Of course, this says plastic wrapped around, what is this, metal all the way into the axle. Bolt-on motor shaft. I like that nut there. Ha! Oh yeah, let's show you the battery bay. Look how big that is. So 3S or 4S, this thing's going to be fantastic. Easy to get at everything, super big and open. AR631 receiver. You can have safe if you want it. We'll set it up by the book. You can see the plastic fairings and stuff for the way the horizontal stab slides in, and it screws in as well. Self-tapper's plastic, and then brass leading edge at the wing. Nope, no lights. It'd be easy to put them in. I like the catch there. Does it come with struts? Not suspension, just, you know, dressed up. Looks like the wing bolts are all the same size. You can fit a 4S 4000 no problem in here. You could fit bigger than that. You got room to slide it back too if you have to. I mean, I think 4,000's plenty, but it'll take bigger. They just don't always fly better when it's bigger. Fred says it's his travel plane. I can believe it, man. I'm actually super pumped to have this back again. I think I gave the last one a mic, and I always wished I still had it. I've almost got it even a couple times. Just picked it up. These will be great to have hanging around, especially when folks are ready to migrate from some of those beginner planes into some other stuff. You know what? I just can't remember, Michael Sherman, what the first one was like enough to comment on that. Is the fuse thicker? If they said it is, then it is. You know, in the marketing material that goes with this release, if they mentioned it, then yeah, they did beef it up. But if they didn't say it, then I doubt it. Yeah, it does great on 3S. I think it's a good time either way. Is the fuse new? Is that what they said? You guys tell me. I gotta check out the marketing material on this. So, like in the old days when you've got wires, get your Y connection stuff done before you feed it through. You'll be glad. Yeah, that's right. That was a 3S T28. And that's a 1.1 meter size. That one doesn't have flaps, and that's a good one, Dad. That's the yellow one that you have, the 1.1. Yep, fixed gear. So this is 1.2. So what is it? 1.1, 43 inches or something, fellas? 1.2 is 48 inches. Look it, here's the deal. Let's figure it out right now. Whatever it is in millimeters, divide by 25.4. So 1.1 is 43.3 inches. Let's see, let's do the math on 1200. So 43.3. 47.2. So yeah, 48, 43. There's a big difference there actually. And so flaps and retracts on this are really super nice to have. We'll bind it up and drop the gear. I want to take a look at the mains. They had these nice, actually wrapped up pretty secure. So yeah, how's everybody doing? 70 folks up in here. So that's the gear. Those won't need anything. Flap. And it's the connectors with the grab-ems on the side. Can you see it? Probably not. Should I tighten up a little bit? This plane's not as big as the Tiger Moth is. At least a little bit. Boom. That's a little better. Ken Bird, Paul Ballard, what YouTube video? Bobby in the room? Nice. We're going to have this one up in the air very soon. Don't worry about the weather. We've got tricks for that. Stay tuned to find out what they are. Because we're going to be bringing you some flight videos. Forget about winter time. We don't care. Stay tuned. We got a bunch of new stuff, man. We cannot wait to get out there for you guys. Super excited about flying all the new stuff, folks, and sharing that with you guys. Michael Sherman, you still in here? I don't know if you heard me, man. We got some Vanquish stuff at the shop now, and got to build a couple kits. Nice. So do yourself a favor. It comes with Y connectors. They're labeled. Get them on. Most of you know this already. If you're new to this kind of thing, you'll thank me later. Honestly, it's kind of nice to just take the canopy off as well, so the gear just goes straight down. I'm telling you, Dean, thanks, man. We're trying. That's why we're doing it. We're going where it's warm to get something done. Super easy, guys. Take the canopy off. Got your Y connections on already. Easy. Thanks, Fred Barron. Yes, sir, Michael Sherman. Way to go, Big Go Bobby. They told you gotta respect your elders when you were a kid. Come on, man. Yeah, man, the FMS one is nice as well, for sure. It's like an old lady, not like a old lady. Come on.
I screwed up. I typed it.
Get it straight. You guys should be fairly relieved just to see me building one at all. Some of you guys talk enough smack, you don't think I know how to do this. Y'all act like this is slow. Don't tell me that one's messed up. Okay, good. Like an old lady. He could have built two by now. Well, you're talking about building two, and there's only one, and I'm building it. This is just one of those, you don't have to worry about it. If you've got any experience at all, this thing's going to be real honest. Snow Valley says I got my buddy Brian Phillips rolling on the big screen.
Yeah, right. It took you 2 hours to build that.
It's going to be a 3-hour show. Yeah, at least this model doesn't need scissors. Yep. Never get notifications, dang, man. Double check that they're on. I guess. I don't know what else to say in that case. Now I'm going to need a regular screwdriver for the tail situation. You know what? Bruh. I'm not going fast enough, huh? All right. Tugs in the house. What's up, man? Nice. Oh, perfect. Phillips. Thanks, Bert. We're going to make a bunch here soon, man. We're getting out of town with these babies. We got a ton of them to fly. Yeah, Tugs, this is a good one. I'm so glad to see him bring it back, too, because it's a good one. And now it's up to snuff with all the tech. Y'all act like I'm taking too long. I'm like running a live stream at the same time. Neffia AMA, May 13th to the 15th, dudes. Says Bobby K from around the way.
All day.
All day.
What do you say?
Alizé. Super pumped. Oh man, Carbon Z T28, and you don't stop. All right, now it's time to do hook up the wires. See what we got going on here. Gear right here. Gear right here. Where you at? You were by yourself. Running them right. Yeah, Jess Harris. Hard to argue ever with a 1.5 anything. You know, that would always be nice. But I'm definitely glad to see 3 and 4S territory getting some service. For sure. I think it's important that that happens. So we'll see. There's some good ones out there. You never know. Rudder, no problem. Don't need you. Aileron. That's number 2. What's up with you? Let's see. Number 2. There we go, we got it. And then flaps number 6. Now, some of you guys, there's room to tuck this wire mess away, but some of you guys will want to do some stuff to clean that up. Shove it in there. Nice. It's time to drop the gear on this dude. You already know what the book's gonna say, don't you? It's gonna say 70% low rate, 100% high. What do you guys want to bet? Throw down some emojis. Throw down emojis if you think the rates are 7100. Gary Vale, I'll rip through the radio program, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, right. I'm not going to download the file. I'm just going to do it. Do the rudder and elevator control links crisscross after servos? I don't think so. No, not at all. I mean, in the fuse? Yes. In the fuse, yes, they do. They do. Nice, look at all those emojis. So yeah, we'll set it up by the book. I think it's 7800. Watch. They even put Expo in it. There's always more than one setup, right? So there's this first setup on the page. It feels like page 1, but it's page 3. 1 being the cover. So 1, 2, 3. There's settings, but I never do those. I go to the next one. Computerized transmitter setup. 100% high, low 70. Nice. I mean, I'll show you. I won't be able to see the chat though. So let's start a new model from scratch first off. System setup. It would be cool just to show you this, wouldn't it? Model select. Add new model. Create. Let me see if I can't do a better job of this for you guys. There's no way you're going to be able to read it. Maybe. Is there any way you guys are seeing that at all? I'll just have to read it to you and try to show you. to be able to see too. Model type, airplane, data will be reset, fine. Model name, aircraft type. So it's going to say in the book 1 aileron, 1 flap. And that's going to be for, really it looks like all of the radios. So one aileron, 1 flap. You guys are bored to tears. Flap system, normal, it says -100, mid 0, landing 100% speed, all of that stuff. So, let me show you that. So for that, we're going to get out of here and into the flap system. You got to go back, I think, for that. At least I do. Alright, flap system. I like mine on the D switch right here. So that's what it is. And it tells me position. Yep, switch D. Position 0 should be -100. This is normal in the book. -100. This will be neutral. Flying. And then position 1 should be 0, if I remember right. It should be 0. And then on the flaps they say 2% mix. And then you go down to position 2 and it's going to be +100, if I remember right. And 2% again. Double check that. Yep. And then they suggest 2 seconds for the speed. And I always do that. I agree with that. So that's done. The flap system is set up, and we'll check that out once we arm the plane up. But I always like set up the radio first, because then it's just done. You'll still have to do some stuff in forward programming, perhaps, but that's to be expected. So next we're going to set up the rates, because that's really all that's left. And then there's things the manual tells you to do, like reverse the gear channel. I'm going to do it, but I have no idea why it tells you to. Servo setup, go here to, sorry, back here, you want reverse. And then you go to the gear switch and make it reversed. And then you can get out of there. I don't know why they do that. And then they want you to set throttle cut as well. So we'll set throttle cut also. It's easy. And they want it to a negative 130% numerical value. Throttle cut. I always put it on my H switch, which is this one. I always do the same thing. And they say they want -130. So I'm going to do what that says. all the way. There we go. All right, throttle cut set. That's going to make us be able to do our forward programming stuff later as well. Now we're going to do high rate and low rate. When you're doing things in forward programming, throttle cut's going to need to be on, and the radio seems to want you to be into high rates also when you're doing anything with safe. All right, high rate. How's the chat? I can't see it right now, so we're just going to knock out the rates and then the expo. What do they say on expo? 10% expo high rate, 5% on low. No problem, and we're going to do it all on the same channel. Are you guys ready? Should I take a break? Get a drink? Take a look at the chat real fast. How's it going? Are you guys all right? All right. I'm going to rip through the rates. You ready? Dual rate and expo. And I like putting mine on the F switch. So I'm just doing that first off. And then this is where I have my high, is towards me. I feel like it's more rate, just like more elevator. That's how I've always done it. And we know this is the aileron channel, and it's where I like high rates. We know that the book is calling out for 10% expo at high rate, so that's what we'll do. And then we have a middle rate. So we're going to also do 10% expo, and we'll go 85. And then low, just like I knew, it'd say 70. And they want 5 expo. So that's that. Now we do the same thing to the other axis. Go ahead and go high rate here for setting it up. I don't know if I'm holding this up high enough. Sorry. High rate, we're setting it up 10%. Mid rate, we're going to do the same 10. We go 85 on the throw, just for a mid rate, why not? And then for low, we're doing the book stated. Everything we're doing is by the book, except that we have that mid rate that doesn't call for it. But I have it, so I'm going to use it. So there's that. Rudder. Same deal. I want it on my F switch. Start with high rate. 10% expo. By the book. Alright, cool. Middle. 10 as well. $85. Low. Let's rock it out to 70. And a 5er. Boom. Rates are done. Now we bind this thing up, and we'll get into forward programming and try to set up safe if you want to do that. We'll see how that works. So binding this stuff is easy. Hold on. We'll do it with the prop off, because we're cool like that. And so I'm going to go ahead, and I hope that was helpful to some of you guys. Just rocking one out, setting by the book situation. I'll try to show you some more here in a minute. I set all the rates on one switch. It makes it easy for multiple reasons. I do it always the same, so that makes it easy. If I'm talking to somebody or teaching them how to do something, because guys that already know don't need taught. But if somebody's new into the hobby, I think it's kind of simple. If they're going to mess with rates at all, to put them on one switch. I mean, you guys do whatever works for you, but I think these rate callouts most of these manufacturers are putting out there are a great reference point. And at least for the conversation's sake.
It's better if you put them on 2 switches. The girls like that.
Bobby's using all the switches.
All the switches to
All
get the
snitches.
Yeah.
Alright, so I am going to scroll this over into bind mode. Oh yeah. But I'm not going to... I'm just getting close. What I'm trying to say. Bind.
So here's why I don't use one switch for all my rates.
Tell us.
So if you get a plane up in the air, and I've experienced this with big stuff too, like big airplanes. If you get a plane up in the air and say 100% rate is like way too much on all of them, okay, that's cool. Well, say you really like your ailerons at 70, but your elevator's still way too touchy at 100.
This is dead.
Well, then what do? I mean, you can still, if you have them on 2 switches, you can keep your ailerons at 70 and then still be able to play with your elevator and get it down where you want it at. You still have one more rate to go down, to where if you go down to get your elevator calmed down, well then your ailerons aren't where you want them at. Maybe they're too
It's
sluggish.
already too much.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but if you have it on 2 switches, it's just easier
I know
to
what
work
you're.
out. You know what I'm
If
saying?
you have it on 2 switches, it's 2 times the problems. It's 2 times the things to have to think about for most of us.
I think most people.
He's cool with 2 switches. I'm not.
I don't know.
It makes it easy, man.
Some people get lazy programming. I don't know.
Lazy. It makes it. Dude, you answer that question 1,000 gazillion times.
No.
You'll be like, yeah,
I'll be
by the
like-
book.
60, 80, 100, 15% expo, 2 switches.
I did the book, except I have a
Boom.
mid rate.
Oh.
So it's in bind mode now. The
Was
prop
it
is off.
70 a hundo.
Of course. And then I did an 85 because I had a mid.
Eflite's always 70, 100, I think. What is
It's-
it, 15% expo?
It's 10 on the high and 5 on the low, but most of the time didn't call it out at all.
Oh.
Bind. Boom.
There you go.
Bro, let's drop the gear.
Put the hatch on.
Put the hatch on, bro. I love that there's no bind plugs anymore. Alright. Gear, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, beefcake trunnions.
There you go, dude. It's nice.
I just got to hook up the clevises on the back. Yeah, obviously you got to do what you got to do for yourself on the switches situation. These look good. So metal trunnion retracts, of course, on the mains. These are the kind of retracts that have these little tiny Phillips screws that hold the flange to the unit itself. Sometimes it makes sense to put a little drop of glue on those. Keep an eye on them, because your stuff will be loose. Sometimes even if it's not loose at all, it's just the flange and the housing. May not be the retract at all. Man, this looks good, dude. So we have no safe or anything in here right now. Do you guys want to see that happen? I do need to hook up the back end. So one thing too you have to do, guys, before you get into safe, you have to get this all right already before you do it. So left 8, let's go to high rate too, because we know we're going to want to be there. Also, we got throttle cut in, and it's working. So, elevator we don't know yet till we go look at the other side. But the rudder, right rudder, that's correct. Left aileron, that's correct. Flaps, doing what they're supposed to. By the book, dudes. I mean, didn't have to do anything. Bam. Let's see if the elevator's on point. Let's go ahead and hook up the linkage, man.
Linkage.
Can they see?
I don't know. Let me look. Right, quick.
I gotta tighten up the clevis a little bit.
Hold on, I got you. There we go.
Just a little bit. Because I know I'm on a brand new model and it's in neutral. The book's right there. Do me a favor. It's gonna say the last hole. But here, I'll just give me the book. Thanks.
There you go, sir.
It's gonna say the last hole so they can see what's happening.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's gonna be the last hole for sure.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Actually, that's not what she said.
So this new scheme looks amazing on here. I love the like sundowner tail. You know, the thing I was telling Bobby about Trojans is like, man, I like them. And I actually really love this scheme that we always see, this red and white. But I understand how a lot of people would maybe complain about that. And so the fact that it's got the sundowner on it, while still being the classic T28, I'm super pumped about that. So be careful with the clevis. Some of these clevises sometimes are brittle. I like to get it right the first time and then slide over the surgical tubing and I'm good to go. Up elevator is up elevator. Everything is right. Now there should be a little bit of down elevator compensation with the flaps. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but I want to see if I can. Boy, that's minimal, isn't it? It's there though. I think just a tick of down. So that was not very much that it was calling for. Okay. So now that we know the flight control directions are right, this is when you can get into safe and make it happen. I'm going to pull up one more time on me.
Pull up one more time.
Pull up on you.
Pull up on you one more time.
And now we can get safe going. You guys want to check that out? Let's take a look at the book too. It may say some things about safe. A P28 would be cool. So it talks about safe in the manual and forward programming. But what I love about forward programming is I don't have to do this stick centering stuff. So I'm not gonna. But we may watch me fumble through this a little bit. Yeah, no bind plug. Yeah, I mean you don't even need a bind plug on these. That's the beauty of it. So to get one out to do some of this safe when the radio's got forward programming potential, I never do it. Yeah, let me see what I can do then.
Oh yeah?
I'm asking for it for doing safe.
You doing safe?
Yeah. Yikes. Yikes is right. All right, man. Let me see about this. I may need to have you on the plane moving it so we can check stuff.
I might break it.
You might. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that's actually better than it was before. Alright, so throttle cuts in. I can't run it. High rates are in. Now we're going to see about getting into forward programming. Forward programming. Enter. Gyro settings. It's the first thing it offers you. I say take it. Safe select. Stand by. Now, I've got to assign where I want safe, don't I? And let's see, and I always put mine up here on the B switch. So, but I haven't done a flight mode switch yet. But I think I can do that later. Aux 2. It's not going to say anything else. Yeah. It doesn't tell you B or anything. So aux 2. And in that position is down. This is safe. This is the one, if I show you guys safe, I always have it down. It's a 3 position, but safe is all the way down. Flight mode 1, safe is on. Now, if I go to the 2 position, it's going to move to flight mode 2. Now AS3X is on and safe is not. That's perfect. And then you can do a 3rd mode and turn AS3X off also. And that's pretty cool. So it tells you safe select is on down here. It's because it's on, but it's not on in this mode because I've got them both off. AS3X is off, safe is off in that position. And then when I move it to the middle position, AS3X only. When I go into safe, safe is on and AS3X always is as well. It was that easy, guys. I did it. So that worked out really good. Now that's how easy it is when there's a bind and fly that you're working on. If you go with a plug and play or you're putting one of these receivers in a different aircraft, you've got more to do. You're going to have to set up the receiver. This receiver's got some of the homework's done for you. It already knows. But if you had to put your own receiver in a different plane, you'd be setting the model up on its nose and things like that. So you want to check that everything's right. Now, because I made all the control throw direction correct before I went into forward programming, I know that my gyro corrections should be okay because I followed proper procedure. But one good way to check, and that's another good reason actually for doing safe, even if you don't think you're going to use it. So if I have this thing in safe, like I think I do, I should see the ailerons deflect in a way to correct this airplane. It's hard for you guys to probably see it. Can you see this aileron up here? How it's deflected? It's deflected to correct and level out the plane. I know I've got my gyro stuff right. If you don't have it in safe, it's kind of hard to tell what it's doing unless you've done this a bunch of times. So you put it in safe and you can see that it wants to give it the correction to level that roll. And then same with the elevator. If the nose is down, you're going to see an elevator indicated to bring it up. And the same with the rudder. The way it looks when you're doing it is the trailing edge leads your move, like matches your move. But the way to think about it properly is nose is down, elevator indicates a desired up in pitch. It's done. Safe select is set. And we know that AS3X is set. And then Nothing. So we'll fly it all 3 ways for you. I've got it set up, man. No AS3X, AS3X, and safe if I want it. Time to put on this amazing propeller. Yep, still throttle cut action. We'll leave it on because I want to run this baby up one time. This plane is fun, dude. I'm so glad they brought it back.
No rider.
I hope you guys appreciated that. Yeah, there's some things to getting it right, but if you know that throttle cut must be set, if you know that you're supposed to be in high rate when you do this stuff, and if you know that when you bind it, before you ever worry about safe, make sure everything is in the correct direction. Otherwise, you have to rebind it anyway and go through the thing.
It needs a goose.
A goose?
Yeah, man.
A back seat pilot?
Looks good. That's what I do. I buy extra pilot, paint the helmet a different color. And
there you
throw 'em
go.
in there, man.
Call it a day. Where would you get that extra pilot and airplane?
Oh, well, there's quite a few spots.
Listen to this, guys. You know where to get this? I think Bobby knows.
I know of quite a few locations. You come to RC Fun Park and see us and have some fun.
Yes.
Or you could go to the PilotRyanMedia.com website, click on the Horizon logo, and bam!
Yeah.
You there.
Retail therapy at its finest.
That's right.
Guys, let's run it up real fast.
Oh yeah, we could fly this in front of the shop. I think that's what Wild Bill said. I can't read really.
Yeah, if the grass is kind of too much though for it. I want to feel it pull.
It's got some grunt, dude.
Yeah, that's got a 4S in it right now. Throttle cut activate. Dudes!
Oh.
I'm excited about it, guys. I'm excited about it. They brought her back better than ever, guys. The 1.2 T28.
Oh yeah.
This is a plane that for you guys who like to model deserves whatever you think of doing to it. This one actually looks more scale than the dang Carbon Z.
I like the new paint scheme on it a lot.
I do too. The 3-blade prop,
I've always been a Sundowners fan anyways.
I love the Sundowner tail, but the 3-bladed prop is what makes this look more scale than the big one already.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and light, guys. Gonna rip on 3 and 4S. I want soft tires because I know that's the kind of guy I am. But
This thing's awesome, dude.
These'll work.
These things are great.
They are great. And you know, they don't have suspension. You could make it happen. A lot of times you may end up losing these unless you can figure out the geometry. But I say, best cheap upgrade, tires.
And
Get the
honestly,
skinny ones. Get Dave Brown's or something as skinny as you can get so you don't have to do any messing with this axle.
and this having safe and stuff on it, this actually make a great second plane for somebody. And it's got tons of dihedral on the wing. That's got, I mean,
Man, I haven't met a bad Trojan.
no, me neither.
Get in here, man.
What we doing, dog? Hey, you know what?
Scotty Story says, can you fly the Freewing F-14 in safe?
I wouldn't. I mean, you could.
Talk to the folks a minute.
You could. You could. I just think that that's a plane. If you have to have it in safe, you probably shouldn't be flying it.
I think you might even be messing with you.
All right, we're gonna move that out of the way for a second.
What you bringing down?
Bringing down the good old X-Fly A Tizzle. Where'd that thing go?
What thing? Stand?
No, these.
Oh, speaking of.
You.
Dude, is this in the way? I'll move it.
Oh, you're all right. So,
Talk to him.
speaking of the X-Fly A10, so for the X-Fly A10 and the X-Fly T7 now, we have the upgraded suspension for the nose gear. So I have one out of the package right here. I've been dying to try out on something, so we're gonna go ahead and see what it takes to throw this thing in here real quick.
Nice. You need small metrics?
I'm not sure what I need, to be honest with you. I haven't even looked at it. This is the first time I've really taken a look at, but we just got them in, so I figured, hey, let's throw them on something. Probably do the T7 next, but
Hey, where's those groceries?
I see what we're gonna have to do. I gotta flip it back over here. Oop.
Dude, that Trojan looks so nice.
I know. It's beautiful.
Dude, what was that RC Geeks post on like Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, it was. It was RC Geek. He did
That
a
was
really
killer.
cool, like little assembly, like, you know when you see the video?
Hands-free time
Yeah,
lapse,
like hands-free.
bro.
Yeah, it's really sweet. It's pretty cool, man. All right, let's see. Where'd my tools go here?
There's those, and then you got a
the-
1.5er.
Where's the driver at, buddy? For these? Oh, never mind. You got my MIPs. Perfecto. All right, let's see what this takes. Real quick. Oh yeah, this is the one you need the L shape for to get into that darn thing. I don't know if I'll be able to get it from here. Yeah, I'm gonna need an L shaped Allen wrench for this one, which I think I have laying around. Boom. Let's see here. Man, I tightened that thing pretty good on there when I did that. I probably didn't think I was ever going to take it off though. I'm not much for hand tossing, so a lot of these I just like to keep the gear on. There it is. Now we should be able to slide that out. Alright.
How's that going?
Yeah, pretty easy. So it comes with a little rod right here that just inserts here, 1.5 Allen to secure it, and then just slides back up in like the factory one. You secure it back with the 1.5 up top.
Oh wow, Fred. So which Spectrum radios have forward programming? I would say probably any of the computer radios that like have a screen on it.
Yeah.
So NX6, NX8, NX10, the IX radios, so the DX radios probably too, right?
I'd imagine.
You guys,
If you update it.
if you update, if you keep up with that.
I'm horrible at that. The only time my remote gets updated is if I send it in.
And DX. Yeah, I thought so. Thanks, Scotty. 73 in here. Thursday night live, dudes. We were supposed to be on the road,
Yeah, I wish that would have worked out.
but it got nasty.
Wasn't worth the risk. That's for darn sure. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is set this on its... Can you pull that stand out for me, buddy?
Yeah, we were going to just fly this for you tomorrow and stay quiet today, but it didn't work out. We didn't get to travel today.
Yeah, I wish. Wish we would have got to, but...
Didn't make sense.
No, not at all.
I told you long ago. Paul Ballard says, did I ever tell you I love RC planes?
That makes two of us.
But Michael Bear says, dihedral? What the hell is that, Fred? By the way, the wing on that 28 looks bent in the middle. Yeah, you ever see that Corsair? They got it bent twice.
Yeah, man. They did.
Should be any Gen 2 and up
Oops.
DX.
Oh. Ding dong.
Steering tiller.
If I had a battery in it to hold the nose down, this would be a lot easier.
There you go.
There we are. There we go. Now I won't fight myself. I can get that out of the way.
Francis says he's got a 2005 DX7. Wow.
Dude, I got a super old DX8. And it works just like the day I got it. After getting slammed in the hood of a truck.
Snow Valley says he likes that trailing link front gear. Are they up on the site already at BitGo?
They're getting added like now.
Nice. Guys, all the cool new X-Fly stuff, all the stuff that's been coming around, the mountain from everybody, Horizon, all of our friends out there. We can't wait to get this stuff up in the air.
Yes.
What's up, Nitro Neil? Burke wants to know if the Dyna PT-17 is coming back in stock ever.
Probably not. Unfortunately.
Shay, yeah, this is the new, we're messing with the X-Fly A10 right now, nose gear upgrade. But we did just assemble the brand new hot ticket, get it with the dialed in, Eflite 1.2 Trojan, where you been?
Oh yeah. That's pretty nice.
Francis, that is.
I like that.
I'm curious to see what happens when it's rolling. How it rotates.
See how it rotates?
Yeah. That is nice, though.
Yeah, it is. That's a nice little upgrade, actually. Looks pretty good on there.
Paul McNeil, how many race cars can I
Check
put
it
on
out,
the
dudes.
Spectrum upgrade radio? Guys, DX5C holds what, 20 different vehicles at least?
I think so, something like that.
Or more. I feel like if you do SD cards, you can get to an even higher number.
Probably could.
Yeah, guys, I got a link to it in the description. A bunch of stuff we've been working on lately, and of course this new baby right here. Looking good, Hollywood.
Yeah,
I love that there's some yellow on it now. I love that it's the traditional Trojan scheme. I actually really like my favorite. But the sundowner tail, nice touch.
Yeah, it is. That's cool.
Nice touch.
I like it.
Nice. What was he flying, Victor? Victor said even Ali Machinsi ordered an X-Fly and flew it at Arizona Electric Festival. What was it, Victor? What was he flying? Gelonius, yeah. A light on the wing-loading F-18 is always welcome. Chris Dolan, they just announced this one today. So one of you guys, you know what? Let me look it up right now. And Fred's got it right there with the website, Pilot Ryan Media. That's my Horizon link. Gets you to Horizon immediately. And costs you nothing, but you help support the channel. Because that's what we do here. It's all RC all the time. Now, this is awesome. Shea Berry, I don't know when they'll be available in Australia, but let me look at the website for the States. Jim Jumbuka, the Trojan gear does not have suspension unless you put it in. And this plane's been around. So there are guys, I guarantee, that have already done that mod to this. If you go get on RC groups, potentially Facebook, but RC groups, at least you can narrow it down to like a thread that's on that plane, the original 1.2 Trojan from Eflite. And look up landing gear upgrade. I guarantee you there's guys that have already done it.
Oh, I'm sure.
I like it. I just look at it and I'm like, man, if I was going to upgrade it, I'd be looking at some jets to take the gear from.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially.
This thing would be cool weathered up.
I was thinking the same thing, man, because the real ones are workhorses.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. Let's look this up.
Oh, yeah.
Paul can't wait for his BJ65.
They're coming. They're coming.
There you go. Let me go to brands here. You know what? Everybody thinks so, Shay. Everybody thinks that the big T28's coming back. I would not be surprised at all.
That's a good one.
It is a good one.
I hope if it comes back, it has nice gear.
That's the only thing about that. People want to see it. It says February, so that's 2 weeks. We're in the middle of February now. What, the 17th?
Something like that.
That means this is coming within a couple weeks. If you want them, you've got to get them. $319, I think, gets it done on the bind and fly. You guys saw how easy it was to hook it up on the AR631. Now this venerable darling has safe technology. Does it do prop reversing? Inquiring minds want to know. If it does, do you want me to try it? You'll have to tell me in the comment sections below when we put out the OG flight video of this thing. NX10, nice, Fred. Hall effect gimbals in the house. Eastbound and down. Is that what's up?
Eastbound and down.
Scottabot, Bobby, Ryan, why is the PT-17 leaving?
Because we got a new one.
Because we got a big dancing wing one. No, I don't know if there's much to say other than it just doesn't appear they're making any new stuff. And I don't think there's a desire for anyone to maybe carry what's out there.
Yeah, I think Dynam's slowly fading to the abyss, unfortunately.
Oh no. Mid-air collision. Chris, that's a good plane, man. The 1800 Ranger's awesome. You want a big 4S trike? The Ranger's killer.
Oh, the Ranger is cool.
Jim Jim says it can reverse. Man, I'm going to have to do it then. I tell you, with that program card, it's super easy. I wonder if I can just do it that way.
I don't have a clue, man.
It's so easy.
I haven't ever used one.
I just did a video on the Eflite A10, and I showed you guys how to do that with that version 2 program card. Yeah, Scottabot. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's that BitGo's dropping Dynam or Dynam's just dropping out. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not me, it's not you, it's me.
it's hard to beat a dead horse. I'll just leave it at that, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's...
What's up, Mickey B?
Especially when you work with someone for so long and try to improve their product and things still end up screwed up. I mean, it is what it is, you know?
Eddie K, nice. The avian light will do it in my transmitter. Awesome. So I'll either do it in my transmitter or I'll do it with the program card, but I don't know if I'm going to do it right now. I suppose I could. I like the program card is pretty sweet, dude. I'm telling you, it's the easiest way. I don't really want to do it on TV.
Not for TV.
Not for TV.
You're gonna turn on the TV at like 4 in the morning and see one of those old crazy infomercials. It'd be Ryan programming the PLC on this thing.
So I think if you do it, you come out of this. Is that a program or bind port? Yeah. I think that's all you got to do is plug it in there, because you can't unplug the ESC and plug it into the thing. It doesn't seem to have the power. Super easy, yeah. Let me look at the book. Does it talk about it at all? I kind of doubt it. I have a feeling it's going to wheelbarrow when you put the reverse thrust on this. But it is pretty cool having it to slow your rollout sometimes. The manual's great. It's talking about telemetry setup, forward programming, all of those things. I'm looking for if there's any literature on reverse. Yeah, Ed Schmidt, you're not the only one. Troubleshooting guide. Yeah, I don't think it's in here. But yeah, the guys say it can be done. Have they changed the battery size in the T28? I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably the same. And before, it could take a 3 and 4S setup. And I just had a 3200 4S in there. And I love that size battery in the 1.2s. That's probably what I'll use. I will also fly it on the 2200 because I do like seeing how they act. I don't think that's enough for me, but there's plenty of room to get it up there forward. So 2200 will be interesting, but I will do my maiden on bigger than that because I know that'll fly very good. Dean, do I remember if there's any elevator flat mix with the FMS P51 version 8? I can't find it anywhere and it's not in the manual. I just remember you saying you love that plane. If it's not in the manual, I didn't do it. I'm fairly certain that that plane takes no mix. If I was really worried about it, I would also look at the 1700 millimeter P51 and the 1.5 Eflite makes and just see if they call that out at all. But try flaps up high. I don't think you need it. If you dump the flaps and it's not fun to fly it, then clean the plane up and don't land with them that time. Or trim yourself a little down or up, whatever you need. Nice. Cheers, Shay. Yeah, I like 3200s on these a lot. 4000s work too. 22, 26, 3300, you know, that's the range they're saying. They start at 2200 3S. I feel like that's not a lot of battery in a plane like this. But I might be able to see. I had a dead one. So just by default, I'm going to go all the way forward on this 2200. And see what I think. All the way forward with a 2200 gives your 2200 3S battery the first two straps. You can see there's loads of room in here. So there's the 2200 all the way forward. Yeah, you could use 5S. Yeah, if you got those. Maybe you could. I don't know. 4S 4000 all day if it can carry it. You know what? I have to look at the Horizon literature on this to know if they've upgraded anything, you know, about this plane. It looks to me like it's a Metal Gear servo for the steering, though, for sure. So 2200 3S. Wow. All the way forward, and I'm actually surprised how good it feels that way. I thought it would be not enough at all. It actually feels okay. I'm kind of curious where I ended up right there. And what does the book say? All right, Scott, see you later. Yeah, man, we need to get some too. Goodness sakes. That's German. 5S for the Husky. .83 millimeter plus or minus 19 millimeters. Back from front of the wing saddle. Alright, let's see what that says. They've only updated the fuselage, ESC, and canopy. All else is the same, says Micah. And he always knows these things. That's what you used, Fred? What, battery or CG? There's... It's right in front of the panel line on the fuse. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I'm actually surprised always when a plane with some good size gets along on that small of a battery. I remember when I was new at this, I really like to put, once I got it figured out, I felt like I really did good with having them forward of CG. I kind of still want to maiden this on a 3200, even though this specs out and looks pretty good, especially if it's windy. Little more nose heavy is going to penetrate good. Yeah. Well, guys, thanks, man. Appreciate you all. I hope you guys enjoyed what we did here with the brand new release from Eflite, available at Horizon Hobby through the links in the description. Those links help the channel and cost nothing to use. Thank you very much, all of you who do that. If you can't make it to our hobby shops in person, then continue to support us through your purchases if you can. Thank you so much. Battery. Gotcha. You liked it that way, Fred? You always flew 2200s? Paul McNeil said his first 28 took him to school and he had a lot to learn.
Dude, 28s are sweet.
They are sweet. And guys, man, we did this late. We saw our buddies were on. We waited a while to get it done. We got it done. It's midnight. It's Thursday. Get some rest. Stay tuned on social because we've got a lot to bring you. As always, if you like what's happening with RC, stick around because we're getting to play with a lot of it, it seems. Yeah.
Having a good time.
And we're even your resource, a place to get it from now, too. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Man, come on. Dreams coming true. Thanks so much to all of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be keeping you posted as we get through the week and get things done. You know, the best way to keep up with what we're doing and getting accomplished is on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, because we'll post just candid stuff there. And then when finally we get time to sit down and go through and edit, really just color correction and dressing it up, because you guys get the full flight. You know this is true.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise you wouldn't see guys almost wrecking jets and bouncing Mustangs and everything else. So don't get it twisted just because I'm talking about editing.
I would have to say that beaver save was pretty wicked.
That thing, we about put it in a few times.
I forgot about that until I watched the video again. I was like, holy smokes, I forgot like how close, like, because I'm always, you know.
Dude, it 180 turned on me. It was like all like ground level.
I got to see it on TV. I was like, oh.
Well, how about the straight up vertical in front of the tree?
Yeah, that I thought we were. I thought it was
tangled up.
Yeah,
I thought for sure. I thought
when
it was.
dude, when you're like through the eye cup, everything looks way closer too. Like I thought you were in it. Like,
Well, that's exactly, looking through the eye cup is exactly how you let a truck hit you in the face too.
that's true.
It's weird. It's different.
yeah.
Yeah, so stay tuned with the candid stuff on the short form contents like Instagram, even YouTube stories a little bit. That stuff is cool. And then you'll kind of know what's coming down the pipe because it's not right away that you get the whole package ready for YouTube. There's a lot to it with the description and the tags and the title and the links and all this stuff. So it takes a minute. So follow on social. We'll see you there. A lot of fun stuff going up in the air this week, man.
No doubt.
All right. Follow. See ya.
See you guys.
We're out of here in 5. Hang rats forever. 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. See you on social. We need some new merch. What are we going to call this thing, man? I got to pull him in.